Greetings and salutations, everyone. Tis I, GodOfKnockers, and welcome to a test episode of something that I wanted to get started here on Twitch. As I'm sure you know, if you follow me on YouTube, I have a series called Real Talk with GodOfKnockers. It's pretty cool, pretty decent, but trying to get the production going on that and what's involved in making that, it's a bit cumbersome and it can be complicated and difficult. So instead, I like to turn this into I guess you could say, temporary live stream or short stream. It's still finding its way, but this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a bit. I figured that these are episodes that I can just do on the fly. I can save them and upload them to YouTube whenever I wish, and seeing as I don't need to record the audio first and then make video to follow up with it, I can make this as simple as possible. Just put up the graphic and use what I already have as a means of doing these recordings. And then I can go from there if I want to do something special with it for YouTube. So, with all that said, after that long introduction, we're going to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while, Twitchbate. Now, for those of you not in the know, Twitchbate is a term that I heard from a streamer that I no longer follow because of their misogynistic views of women on Twitch. They immediately called what was happening on Twitch when the implied nudity policy kicked off Twitchbate. They called it virtual prostitution and women selling their bodies for money and for virtual services, which is not even remotely close how prostitution works. And I have found that this type of content that exists on Twitch has been here for years. There's never really been an issue with it. It's been a major issue since the platform started for some strange reason, but yet at the same time, it's something that's been around for ages. The problem with this is that you have people who are trying really, really, really hard to say that this is problematic for the platform. For those of you that may not be in the know, the CEO of Twitch did come forward last week and say, hey, we had to lay off 500 people. The company is overgrown. It's a little too big for what we were able to handle, and we had to scale it back, which is understandable. We all do that in our own ways, okay? But now there's been a huge pushback on lewd streamers and content creators of the lewd variety, saying that this stuff belongs on a porn site when it actually doesn't. And I have noticed that with this push, the people who are calling it Twitchbait, particularly this one streamer who I'm not going to mention because fuck that guy and his misogynistic views, they're under the impression that it's not legit content creation, it's not professional content creation, which I don't even know what the fuck that even means. Okay, you don't need to be a professional to make content. You just need to have a passion to make content. But I digress. When it comes to the content that you see on Twitch, from women with cleavage or booba, when it comes to exercise streams, when it comes to all this stuff, this content has been around for years. This is not something that was new or happened in November when the policy for implied nudity came in. No, it's been around for years. And for years, we haven't complained about it. For years, we know it's there. For years, we've just been like, okay, it's a thing. But now, for some strange reason, it's suddenly going to be a detriment to the company that is Twitch. It's somehow going to ruin and kill the platform. And now it's no longer supposed to be on here. It should be somewhere else. It should be on a spicy site. I want to tell you a little something. The people that are saying that it should be on a spicy site have never really been on a spicy site. What you're seeing here on Twitch has not only been around for years, but it is leaps and bounds cleaner than what you would see on a spicy site. On a spicy site, there is actual nudity. On a spicy site, there is actual sexual activity. And by that, I don't mean as in boobies bouncing. I mean as in actual sexual acts, such as oral sex, maybe anal sex, vaginal sex, or maybe masturbation. These are things that happen on the spicy sites. They are not happening here on Twitch, but people will say, hey, the content here on Twitch is equivalent to the content you would see on a spicy site, and thus it must go over there. I've also noticed something which has really gotten to me. The people who are saying that this content should not be on Twitch are the same people who really like gaming, and it's primarily dudes. And that's when the pattern formed for me. That's when it clicked off for me. And that pattern is that this is an attempt to make Twitch a gaming only platform. I'm not talking about everything else and then gaming, but we get rid of all the other stuff. No, I mean as in, if it ain't gaming, it's not supposed to be here. And this is their way of seeing that. Okay, so you have streamers who are doing metas, who have ample cleavage, who have big boobs or bouncing around and shit, and doing their own thing, all within the confines of Twitch. But Twitch is TOS and the terms of service and community guidelines. But for some strange reason, it's a detriment to the site. It's going to doom the site. It's going to crash the site. Even though there has been no indication of any kind to be the case. I haven't really looked at all of it, but when the CEO of Twitch went and talked about this particular incident and what has happened with the implied nudity thing and all the sexual themed content that is now streamlined and in place now, because the sexual content themes were kind of a mixed bag, a swing and a miss. I have noticed that a lot of people are now saying this content is now going to kill the site. Advertisers are going to leave. This is going to go. That's going to go. But the CEO also confirmed that it's not really going anywhere if you think about it. You see, Amazon owns Twitch wholly, 100% wholly. It is an Amazon-based company. That company belongs to Amazon, but it is independently operated. Amazon does not call the shots of the day-to-day operations of Twitch. It does not decide the terms of service. It does not decide the community guidelines. Twitch, while owned by Amazon, runs independently. So the people who are working at Twitch, including its CEO, they call the shots, they make the plays, they're the ones that figure out what the company should be and the direction the company is going. Another thing that I want to talk about is the advertisers. A lot of people say that advertisers are going to look at the site and they're going to be like, we're not going to be attached to this. They're going to jump off ship. They're going to leave. They're going to go. They're going to do this. They're going to lose more money. Twitch is going to be doom, 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 doom. That's all I've been seeing ever since the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy, who is actually a really cool motherfucker. He's a cool dude. Okay? Ever since that came out, everyone's been like, this is going to cause this is going to cause that, this is going to destroy this is going to destroy that. Content that's been on the platform for years is somehow magically going to doomsday and kill Twitch in a span of a year? Really? Some people think a year, some people think 6 months. They figure that the end times are coming to Twitch because of this content, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. Zero. It makes 100% zero sense. And it's really dumb and incredibly stupid to even go along with this, to think that this is a thing. Because, to help put into perspective, Kick has this content. I'm not joking your ass. There are women shaking their asses. There are women in bikinis and hot tubs. There are women who are sitting in certain ways that shows off the booty. There are women twerking on Kick. There are women doing their own thing and being amazing. And if anything, it's probably doubled down on Kick than it ever has been on Twitch. But yet nobody is saying a single solitary thing about any of that content on Kick. No one is saying, this is going to kill Kick. This is going to destroy the site. This is going to do this. This is going to do that. We need to get rid of this content. Said by no Kick streamer ever. And I've been checking. I have been searching the Twitterverse as much as I can stand because, let's face it, Twitter's a fucking cesspool at this point. And I've been watching the Twitterverse, looking at Kick streamers and seeing if they are saying anything similar to what Twitch streamers are saying right fucking now. I have yet to find a single Kick streamer who is in parallel with what Twitch streamers are saying. There are lewd streamers over there on Kick. There are people in bikinis. There's a lot of sexual themes going on there. And some people have taken that shit a little too far. They were complaining about the ones that take it too far, of course. But when it comes to the type of content that we see on Twitch, which is damn near double down over on Kick, no one's saying a goddamn thing. I don't hear a single Kick streamer saying these hot tub streams are going to ruin Kick. Not a single solitary one. I don't see anyone saying a woman showing off her butt or in a sexy bikini or has the camera angled towards her breasts or anything is going to kill Kick. I have never heard anyone say that. Not a single solitary person has said that. However, on Twitch, oh, this gotta go, that gotta go, this belongs somewhere else, that belongs somewhere else, this is porn, this is porn. That's not what porn is, darling. That's not what porn is. Pornography is the graphic depiction of sexual activity and sex acts. Just because you can look at something and find it hot and stimulating and arousing does not automatically make it porn. That's not how that works. Anything can turn you on and you can be turned on by anything, but not everything is designed to be pornographic. Not everything is inherently sexual. Okay? It's just not. And that's what pisses me off the most about this whole Twitchbate bullshit. And thankfully the phrase Twitchbate has not kicked off because it's kind of dumb. It's only one person that used it. As a matter of fact, the one person that used it beforehand was someone who was actually trying to bait somebody into watching a stream on Kick. And that was just for gaming. How ironic is that? But people who are complaining about the sexual themed content finally being in line with policy are the same people who are okay with video game booba. Yeah. And this is something that I happened to notice just tonight. It just clicked on all of a sudden. If I, as a man, were to play a game right this minute that had a video game character or my avatar had big giant boobas and a nice jiggly fat butt, if I was to play something like that right fucking now, I would not get what everyone else is getting. If anything, they'd be like, "Hey, cool, you're playing this. This is great, y'all. I like this. Oh, your character looks so awesome. It's so awesome. It's so cool. It's so cool." But yet, if we see a woman with big booba and a shapely butt, and she's either in a bikini or is wearing form-fitting clothing, either in or out of a hot tub or at a beach or in a pool, no, that's porn. It doesn't belong here. It goes somewhere else. Do you not see the issue with that? Do you not see the issue at all? If I was to play a game that had booba and butts in it, but fell within the guidelines, no problem. Hey, play that shit to your heart's content. But yet, if it's an actual woman with a shapely booba and a nice ass, either dressed in a bikini or wearing a nice outfit or whatever, oh, sorry, you can't have this. You gotta go somewhere else for this. That's not appropriate for Twitch. You shouldn't be here. And it's primarily gamers who are saying it. This is a bullshit attempt to try and push anything non-gaming off of the platform in a desperate attempt to make gaming on Twitch the only primary thing. Unless it's in a video game, and unless it's with a game, and unless it's someone playing a game, it doesn't belong here. It has no purpose here. None whatsoever. As long as it's not a real woman, it's fine. You can't just have it both ways like that. One thing that I definitely do not like, and this pisses me off immensely, is how you have guys who say that they support women, but yet asterisk. You can't just have I support women asterisk when it should be I support women period. I'm the latter, by the way. When you have I support women asterisk, let me tell you something. What they're actually saying is I support women as long as you're doing that somewhere else. Don't do this here. If you do this here, it's prostitution and you're a terrible person and you're just slutting yourself and hoeing and it's not okay. Go somewhere else and do that. Get over to the spicy sites. Get over to Fansly and OnlyFans and do all that stuff. That's the asterisk. And you can't have it like that. In the words of Ron Swanson, don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one. If you say you support women, period. I support women on all the platforms. I don't care if they're doing lewd streams of any kind. I don't care if they're doing hot tub streams. I don't care if they're doing exercise streams. It does not matter to me what they are doing. It doesn't. Because I, as a guy, within the confines of the terms of service and the community guidelines, I can pretty much do just about anything on this platform. Just about. Alright? I still gotta follow the rules like everyone else. But I can just about do that. If it's a woman, on the other hand, well, she can't do this because it's a bikini and there's children and children might be watching this and that. I'm going to tell you right now, that whole 13 plus thing is utter bullshit. That's what people who don't like something will say to make sure that you don't like it and to turn it into an actual problem and just throw it off to the side. I'm not even joking. I kid you not. It's misogyny in its finest form. It truly is. And I'm not okay with it, and you shouldn't be okay with it. And another thing, and I know this is just related to Twitchbate, but I'm going to bring this up too. The 13 plus thing is the stupidest argument I've ever heard. It's absolutely, positively dumb. Let me explain why. Unless stated otherwise from specific websites, 13 plus is the whole internet. The whole internet. Not just bits and pieces, the whole internet. You have to be minimum age of 13 years old to be online, period. In general. Okay? And a lot of your sites that are on, a lot of your sites that are online and on the internet are all 13 plus. That includes Kick, which is 13 plus. But look what's on Kick. But that's okay. YouTube, which is 13 plus. But look what's on YouTube. You have panty try-on streams, you have dress try-on streams, there are breastfeeding videos and medical videos. There's a lot of content for an older audience on the platform, but you must still be 13 to be on that platform because it's not adult content. But yet the minimum age is 13. Nobody's complaining about that. Facebook. You have to be 13 to use Facebook to have an account. Yeah. There is no nudity on that platform at all, but there are adult-themed content on that platform. But yet 13-year-olds can be on it. You have Hulu. Now, if I remember correctly, maybe about 1-2 years ago, wasn't the most recent Hellraiser movie on Hulu? But yet a 13-year-old can be on that platform. And that's totally fine, right? It's okay for a 13-year-old to be on a movie service, right? And it's okay for them to be on that platform with that movie that they can easily watch. Not an issue, right? Am I getting this correct here? The only exception that a 13-year-old cannot be, or children in general, is if it's a site that is labeled as such. And that's 18 and 21. Of course, a 13-year-old shouldn't be on that. But in general, okay, if you're 13 years old, you can be on the internet. That's the minimum age requirement to be online. And it's for the whole internet. But yet, when it comes to Twitch itself, there are children on this platform. We gotta water down content. You gotta be mindful of the children. We gotta think about the children. There are children on here. That is a pitiful excuse. That's just some bullshit excuse that prudes and politicians will use to get their way. It's a whole moral dilemma thing that they will do. That's what that is. And it's not a moral dilemma. Let me tell you a little something, and this is a quick side note about morals and ethics and standards. Morals are about how you expect others to behave around you. Ethics is how you are to behave and treat others, and standards are your limits of what you are comfortable doing and what you are not comfortable doing. That's all it is. So when you hear someone talk about the morals and the moral code and stuff, what they're basically saying is, you are behaving in a way that makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like it. Get the fuck off of here and go somewhere else. That right fucking there. That right there. That whole fucking thing right there is why this whole 13 plus thing, Twitchbate thing is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. What the gamers are saying is, I don't like there's a woman on here making money, showing off boobs and butts and dancing around and shit, and I'm sitting here playing a game and I get little to no cash. If they weren't on here, then they could watch me and then I make more money, and then yeah, and then it's okay. So this is jealousy for one, stupidity for another, distraction for a third, and misogyny at its best for a fourth. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. That's why I'm so pissed off about it. And I've been pissed off about this for the longest of time. For the longest of time. And I've gotten such pushback from it too. So much so that I actually had to leave Twitch and lock down my DMs because I kept getting hit with this 13-year-old shit. So let me tell you, and here's one more thing. Here's one more thing that we're going to talk about when it comes to the 13-year-old thing. Because I've been asked this question so many fucking times, and I think it was done just to annoy me and piss me off. So here's what we're going to say on this one. When it comes to that scenario, if, and I don't, by the way, I don't want children, but if I had a 13-year-old kid, and I was asked the question, would you have that 13-year-old kid be on the platforms with you? Would you let them watch content on Twitch? Here is my actual official answer on that. If I have a 13-year-old kid, that kid's not going online, period. The only exception is for schoolwork. That's it. That's absolutely positively it. That's it. That's the only reason. They will not have an email account. They will not have a social media platform of any kind. No Twitter accounts, no Facebook, maybe YouTube, maybe, but not YouTube Kids because they can't even make that shit work. And sure as fuck not Twitter, which is also a 13 plus site and has the most sauciest, raunchiest, kinky sex all over the place. And for those of you wondering, of course I love that shit. It's great. But I'm an adult. I can enjoy that shit. A 13-year-old cannot, no. So a 13-year-old should not be on Twitter. A 13-year-old should not be on Twitch, or YouTube, or Facebook, or anything of that. Just because somebody is old enough to do something does not automatically mean that that person should just go ahead and do it. And it sure as fuck doesn't mean that you should just let them do it unsupervised. And that's another thing that I'm going to bring up. Gamers are under this impression that just about every parent has got to be dumber than a box of fucking rocks. Absolutely stupid. Like just the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Well, they're 13, they can go and be on the internet. Go ahead, son or daughter, whatever. Go ahead, hop on there. I'm going to go into the next room and I'm going to drink this bottle of happy juice and wonder where I went wrong in my life. It's not like that. Okay? Well, I mean, there was one neighbor that I had that was exactly like that. So many bottles of Modelo, but I digress. But not every parent is an asshole or dipshit to their kids. And I know that we see it on mainstream media. I know that we see it on the news. We see it online. We see it on TikTok. We see parents doing some really stupid ass thing with their kids, like not getting them vaccinated, messing with them on their birthday, severe extreme punishments, that type of shit, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, just being the biggest, largest dickhead to children. We get it. It's there. But it's not everyone. And yeah, you can go ahead and argue and say, well, hey, you can't watch your kid all the time. Your kid's going to find a way to get online. Yeah, that's cute. That's fantastic. But if, again, under this scenario, if I have a 13-year-old and they're living with me under my roof, they ain't watching shit online. They will be watched like a hawk with a video camera and laser beams to measure distance. I'm not going to open up the door to their room and be like, are you winning, son? And then they suddenly turn around and it's like, uh-oh. And on the screen is some woman getting fucked in the butt. That's not, no. That is not no. No, 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 no. Okay? And on top of that, we have a shit ton of technology. So much motherfucking technology that can actually prevent this doomsday scenario of even remotely happening. You can set your browsers to be set. I said browsers, not browsers, browsers. Like Google Chrome, Opera, Firefox, Edge, browsers. Okay? But you can set those browsers to have parental controls. They have those built in. The fucking Windows has it where you can make an account for your kids that limits what they watch and where they go. You can password protect that shit. There's no way to bypass it. I've checked. I have tested it. You gotta go ham to bypass that shit. You gotta know what you're doing, okay? Seriously. Alright? And if you can't be bothered to do that, if that's too hard for you, then just sit with your kid and make sure that they watch where they go. Be like, hey, what do you want to do? I want to watch a video about elephants. Okay, son, let's go and watch a video about elephants. So you jump onto YouTube, you type up elephants having fun, you go into search, you click it, there's a video, and there you are. You're watching elephants having fun. And you're watching it with your kid. That's how it should be. Yeah. You know what? That's how it actually is. This whole notion that Twitch has become a porn site, that Twitch has become this tawdry, disgusting cesspool of filth, full of women with shapely behinds and big boobs and just parading around trying to sell themselves for money, and it's all about prostitution and shit. No, motherfucker, it's not. Legally, they couldn't even do that. Even if it was the case, they totally could not do that. That's just stupid. They're not going to do that. No one in their right mind is going to have that. No one's going to do that. No company would be able to get rid of that. No company would be able to get away with that. If Twitch was Twitchbate, as it were, it would have to raise the parental guideline to 18. And if it sets to 18, that puts it in a whole new category, which can affect it money-wise. It means that MasterCard can no longer be used in any purchases on Twitch. It also means you can't use PayPal, because PayPal is in tune with MasterCard. You can't use those services. Oh, there's adult services on here? Well, you're an 18-plus site. You can't use PayPal. Sorry. And that makes it really hard to do Twitch payouts because banks are designed not to do that. They're designed that if you have adult content, you gotta go through this whole other system that's in another fucking country just to get payout. That would actually corrupt the site. So no, nobody wants that. And to those of us who are lewd streamers, myself included, and I'm embracing my lewd, motherfucker. When I come back to Twitch on February 1st, we lewd that shit the fuck up. Okay? I am already in the process of modding games. I'm doing it. And I will not be told I can't because I know how to do this shit. But lewd streamers who are incredibly mild and within guidelines should not be pushed, yelled at, coerced, forced, manipulated, demanded, commanded, threatened, or provoked into leaving this platform. You don't like the platform? You don't like what's going on here? Just get the fuck out of here. That's what you do. The people who are complaining about this shit, especially that one guy with his Twitchbate comment. Oh my god. He's a fucking misogynist, that one. No question. No doubt in my mind. Fuck that bitch. And he's a bitch. Where was I? Right. So anyway, what I mean to say is that when it comes to people who are making these type of complaints, It sounds a lot like that one relative that you have for Thanksgiving or Christmas, or maybe just a little family reunion. You know, the one that eats the food and is like complaining about the food. They're eating it and they're going, hey, this doesn't have enough salt on it, but they still continue to eat it. Or, hey, this doesn't look cooked, but they still continue to eat it. Or, this is really bland, I don't really like this, but still continue to eat it. Are you sure that you cut this properly? You could have cut it in better chunks. Still continues to eat it. That's exactly how streamers who are saying this shit sound. They complain about the content on the site. They are disapproving of the content of the site. This content makes them very unfucking comfortable, despite the fact that there is a market and a niche for it here on the site. And that's all within community guidelines and TOS. It is. It's there. And they don't like it, they disapprove of it, they just keep shitting all fucking over it. It's like nothing Twitch ever will do will ever be good enough for them or will ever be satisfying enough for them unless it's a 70-30 split. Unless more money is involved, then yeah. That's how it is. Until then, Twitch is terrible, it's doomed to fail, it's going to collapse, and all this other shit, and it's not. I have heard this story about Twitch collapsing so many fucking times since 2014. It's been 10 fucking years that I have been hearing about everyone saying that Twitch is going to collapse because it does this, Twitch is going to collapse because that's happening, Twitch is going to collapse because this is happening, this went down, that went down, this is what they're doing, that's what's going on. I can't begin to tell you how many fucking times I have heard people doom scroll and doomsday this site. And yet, after all the doomsdaying, after all the doom scrolling, after all the negative comments and every fucking thing else, where is Twitch? Still here. People making content? Yes. People showing up? Yes. People making that dosh? They're getting the subs? They're getting the biddies? Yes and yes. Most importantly, are people having fun? Yes, they are. Twitch in and of itself was always a variety multi-platform service. The stuff that you're seeing here existed during the days of Justin TV. It's been here for years, dude. Hot tub streams have been here for years. It's all been here. Cooking streams were here for years. Podcasts. Podcasts were around the days of Justin TV, came over here. Art, all of it, all the stuff that you're seeing has been here for ages. It's been here for over a decade on the platform. When it was Justin TV to now, it's always been here. That content has always existed. Now, if this content is such a deterrent to the platform, if this content is going to doom Twitch, why is the site still going? That's why to all the doomsayers and all the dooms scrollers, you guys are just jaded fucks. I'm just going to call it as I see it. You are totally 100% fucking jaded. You will never be happy with anything Twitch does. You will never be happy with anything Twitch says. You will never be happy with any improvements or changes in policy unless it involves, this is a gaming-only website. If Twitch was to be just truly about only gaming, you would be salivating. You would be happy. You'd be playing Celebration by Cool in the game and giving the finger to every streamer that had something that you did not like on it because it made you uncomfortable and it was making them money. So now you're top of the walks. You've got your gaming platform that's only for gaming, and you can go ahead and make the money that they were making now because now people are becoming here for games. Not even realizing that even if Twitch became a gaming-only website, which it never was, not once was it ever a gaming-only website. Not a single employee, not a single CEO, not even the founders themselves ever said Twitch was gaming only. Not once. Even if you were to make Twitch a gaming-only website, you wouldn't be making jack fucking shit. Do you know why you wouldn't be making jack fucking shit? Do yourself a favor. I want you to go and hit the search in your feed. Go ahead and go for the browse section. And in browse, I want you to type up League of Legends. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm going to type up League of Legends. Here we go. League of Legends. Because that was the most popular game on Twitch back then and in its time. It still is, by the way. Yeah, it still is. And if you look up League of Legends, there are 120,000 viewers and 37.2 million followers. 120,000 viewers and 37.2 million. Even if you got rid of hot tub streams, cooking streams, podcasts, all of it. Even if you got rid of every last thing that wasn't gaming, that includes music, that includes IRL, which has always been the backbone of Twitch, that includes everything that isn't related to gaming, you, my friend, would still be in the same fucking position that you are right now. A needle in a box of fucking needles. And that will never change. Now, if you really want to help get over this and really want to help feel better about things, do yourself a mondo favor. And this is advice that I'm going to give to everybody. This is my, I guess you could say this is my final thought. If you want to enjoy streaming on Twitch, focus on your own shit. Watch the streamers and the content that you like to watch. Treat Twitch like YouTube, and treat YouTube like television. Change the channel until you find something you like. And then when you like it, stick with it. Find out when it comes on. And then keep on enjoying that thing. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Stop worrying about who shot John in the Hey 9090s. I don't even know what that means. Stop worrying about what streamer is doing what where, because it's all content that you don't give a fuck about anyways. Focus on the things that make you happy. Make the content that makes you happy. Oh, you're someone who doesn't like Amaranth? I regret to inform you. Nobody fucking cares. Not a single person fucking cares. You are greatly outnumbered by the millions upon millions upon millions who do. It makes no fucking sense. Zero. Focus on your own shit. Improve on your content. Stop trying to push out the quote-unquote competition. There are hundreds of, not hundreds of millions, but there are tens of millions of viewers and accounts and streamers on Twitch. You're not in competition with a single damn one of them. Not even close. It's not possible. There is no algorithm that can push you to the front of the queue because that queue is too big and too massive. It's not possible. There is no magic button that Twitch can create that immediately pushes you out to everybody. That doesn't exist. It's not feasibly possible. There is not enough money that you could demand or make that will make your streaming content any better. Not a single goddamn bit. No, 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 no. None of it. You want to know what makes your content good? You. You are in charge of your content. You are in charge of how good that content is. A pair of tits or a shapely ass is not going to be a deterrent to your content. It's not going to destroy Twitch because it's been here for years. It's not going to fuck with anything that you are doing or with your content or what site you are on. It's just fucking not. You want to be successful on any platform, focus on your own shit and be happy. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. When I finally return to Twitch in February to celebrate the birthday of my late girlfriend and her memory, I'm going to go and do the things that make me happy. I'm going to go into the lewd content. I'm going to find that target audience because I know where that target audience is. I'm going to cater to them and I'm going to be awesome. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to be amazing with all of it. And I really don't care if you have children who are on this platform or not. You should be on the platform with them. So if they do see a character that I'm playing, or if they see any one of my games that will obviously have a super busty, super curvy, voluptuous ass having avatar, you can simply go to them and say, "Oh no, son, we can't have that. We can't look at that. That's not for you. Okay? It's not for you. Don't do that." And that is all I have to say about Twitchbate, about 13 plus, and the assholes trying to make this a gaming-only platform. This concludes the test episode of Real Talk with GodOfKnockers Live. Thank you very much for listening in. I do appreciate it. Take care, good gaming, and don't be a dick to people. Just enjoy. Happy streaming.